Hey everyone, welcome back to the Crypto ZX channel. As you guys know, we're going to be discussing Kaspa, but before we do that, let's take a look at the markets. I'm sure you guys are waking up to a green day across the board. Reason as to why that's the case is because, of course, Bitcoin is up quite a bit, about 5.2%. Bitcoin SV is also up 15.6%, as well as Bitcoin Cash. So what exactly is causing Bitcoin to rally right now? As you can see right here, a BlackRock spokesperson told MarketWatch that iShares Bitcoin ETF is still under review by the SEC. So this is really causing the overall price of Bitcoin to rally. A lot of investors are getting excited, potentially, people thinking that maybe the overall Bitcoin ETF could be approved in Q4 of this year before even the year of 2023 comes to an end. So, that is causing a lot of excitement within the board. You can see for yourself a lot of green across the board. Solana up a staggering 8.2%, Bitcoin up 5.4%. But let's take a look at Kaspa, see what is happening and where we could be going in the immediate short term. As always, just a quick disclaimer for everyone that anything on this channel is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence and research when you are investing in cryptocurrency. So looking at the price of Kaspa right now is at 4.4 cents, up 2.5% in the last 24 hours in USD comparative. But if we're noticing, it's not outperforming in Bitcoin comparative. It's down 2.7%. And the reason as to why that's the case is because Bitcoin is outperforming a majority of the altcoins. Looking at its market cap, $931 million. So we're approaching the $1 billion market valuation, and the 24-hour trading volume currently sitting at almost $14 million. So if I were to show you guys the Bitcoin chart, you can see this for yourself. Bitcoin was able to make its way above this level of resistance at $28,726. You guys know the importance of the 61.8 Fibonacci retracement level. I've told you guys how important this zone is, how important this level of resistance is, and you can see this for yourself. We wicked above that level of resistance and we've made our way back down, and that could really show you the importance of that level of resistance right now. So what we're seeing Bitcoin do is we're seeing us being supported by the previous resistances, which of course now is playing as a level of support because we did bounce above that, and Bitcoin is holding in the 61.8. Great to see BTC performing like this. Looking at Bitcoin dominance, it has shot up to a yearly high. I discussed that in my last update. You cannot make this up. I talked about how there was a chance that we could see the Bitcoin dominance index hitting a yearly high, and that has happened, of course, because of the Bitcoin move. So this is the main reason as to why altcoins are lagging behind Bitcoin. But now let's take a look at Kaspa, because I know you guys are here for Kaspa update. So we're going to be analyzing the charts of Kaspa. So if we're looking at the price right now, you can see this for yourself. It made its way down to the 4.1 cents mark. But if you manage to pick up some Kaspa around that mark, you could have potentially seen an increase of about 13%. But the question is, are we about to see a new all-time high for Kaspa in the upcoming days ahead of us? And that is a question, of course, a lot of people are asking right now. If we were to measure from the current price levels to its all-time high, that's a move of about 25%. So what I'm currently thinking is that, of course, we're not seeing Kaspa outperforming Bitcoin as of now. Usually we do tend to see that happen, but remember, on a yearly time frame, you can see this for yourself. This project is up 20x. It's the top performer. A lot of people are not going to pay attention to this. They're just going to be looking at what's happening on the daily and the weekly time frame. Well, guess what? I'm not going to come here and tell you guys, oh, Kaspa is about to explode tomorrow because Bitcoin is pumping. Absolutely not. We need to keep a lot of factors in mind. Kaspa has already had its run and has already outperformed majority of the altcoins. So, a little bit of a cool off is very much needed. You're not going to see those explosive price movements happening 24/7. And that is something that you guys need to accept, especially the newcomers coming into the markets right now. I know you guys are looking at people becoming extremely rich overnight, but that's not the case. It does take patience. patience is very important in the cryptocurrency market. And as I've always said, follow the 3 rules. Always do your own due diligence and research. Number 2 is always invest where you can afford to lose. And number 3 rule is have patience. But right now, what we're seeing Kaspa do is, of course, it did make its way up to this 4.7 cents mark as Bitcoin made its way up to this 29,000, almost 30K Bitcoin. So obviously Kaspa and the entire market did react to that momentum. But what we're seeing is a little bit of a cool off happening. We're being supported by the previous resistance, and that's where the current price stands. Now, what if? Now, you might come and say, CryptoZX, what happens if Bitcoin is able to break past this level of resistance again? Are we about to see Kaspa hitting a new yearly high? I honestly think that yes, Kaspa could be on its way back up to that 5 cents mark quite soon, especially if Bitcoin is able to crack into this 30K mark. But we need to be focusing on the Bitcoin price movement very closely. We could potentially be seeing Bitcoin rally again, maybe even leading up to the end of the year, depending on how this ETF news revolves. If we do hear from BlackRock that, hey, there is a chance that Bitcoin could be approved, I think that is going to cause some explosive moves in BTC, potentially hitting even a new yearly high before the halving. So a lot of interesting things that we need to be taking a look at right now, mainly Bitcoin. Kaspa is looking great nonetheless. Of course, as I've always said, people are going to come and hate on the project, especially the ones that missed it, because of course it's right in front of our eyes. You can see this for yourself. There was a chance for everyone to grab Kaspa at 1.2 cents back in May, but who took that chance? Not everyone, of course, but some people definitely did, and I'm sure those people are the ones that are, winning at this time. So great things, of course, as always, and the narrative behind Kaspa is still quite strong. Of course, layer 1, as I've said, not listed on major exchanges, but still able to reach $1 billion market valuation. So we know what happens, generally speaking, historically speaking. Projects like Kaspa have performed quite well in the bull market, and I really think, of course, as a lot of other analysts, that Kaspa is the coin, one of the very few coins of the cycle, and it's going to gain more traction, of course, as it gets more liquidity and gets added on more centralized exchanges, of course, the bigger ones like Binance, Coinbase, and Kraken. But that is it for today's update. Of course, let me know down below what you guys think right now. What are you doing right now for Kaspa? Are you guys accumulating right now, and what are your thoughts on this entire market situation, especially Bitcoin? Are you thinking that Bitcoin is able to hit 30K before the end of the week? Let me know your thoughts down below, and of course, as always, do not forget to subscribe, and I will see you tomorrow. It's been CryptoZX, and peace out.